In this video, we'll be hunting 2 boxes of pennies and seeing if we can make some more progress to the Penny Hunt and Fill album. Mainly we'll be looking for any wheat scents from 1958 or older, as well as any proofs, foreigns, airs of varieties, or any other cool things we can find, as well as setting aside all the copper we get, seeing how much we can fill up the copper jar. I'm feeling pretty good about these 2 boxes, especially because box number 1 does have a couple of enders, a Canadian ender right there, and a wheat scent ender there, so definitely a good sign seeing that wheat scent ender. Last 2 episodes have both added a coin to the album. Hopefully we can continue that streak today. That would be awesome. So let's start the hunt in box number 1, and I'll bring you in on the first find. Just opened roll 5 and laid out the roll. We're going to have the first wheat scent of the hunt besides the ender near the end of the roll right there. We're going to start off the hunt with 1945 from Denver. Roll number 8, uncovered the second wheat scent of the box. It's another one from the 40s, this time 1941 out of Denver. Roll number 14, and I just found the best variety of my coin roll hunting career. Always look for this one, never found it. We have a 1984 doubled ear penny. Put it under the scope and very, very clear doubling under the ear. This one's a very obvious one if you can find it. It is a pretty rare and valuable one. I looked at it a bit after I found it. I'd say this is probably either a high AU or a lower mint state red brown, probably, maybe a brown, but I pulled it up on PCGS, and if I zoom in on the doubling, obviously the same very obvious doubling of mine. This is a lower mint state red brown. Let's say it's a 62 red brown, $100 price guide, 63, 120. They obviously usually sell for a little under PCGS price guide, but this one sells for decent amounts at the auction. So this is definitely my best variety find coin roll hunting. Before I would say it's the Wisconsin extra leaf quarter I found, but that one is in pretty rough shape. Put it under the scope again. Very excited to find this. Never been really into airs or varieties, but this one being such a major variety, definitely super cool to find. Still can't believe I found it. Very exciting to find. 1984 double die, double ear penny found. That is an amazing find. Next roll, and I'm bringing you in for a Canadian this time because it is an older one. 1964, last year young head. Not rare at all, but cool to find a young head. Still super excited about that 1984 double ear. Out of hundreds of boxes I've hunted, this is my most valuable individual find by far. Still super excited to find that. Let's get back to the hunt. Doubt we'll get as lucky, but we'll see. Just opened roll 18. Not 100% sure. I saw this edge near the back of the roll. It looks pretty worn, and I'm hoping it can be an older wheat scent. Will be wheat scent number 3 if it is. Let's see. Oh, wow. It is very old. 1911 out of Philly. Fairly sure we have that one. We do already have a 1911, but the one we have in there, remember, is cleaned. So as long as this isn't cleaned, which it definitely looks pretty original, should upgrade since clean definitely isn't good for coins. Should be an upgrade, and it's a 1911 wheat scent, over 110 years old. Super cool find in the box. Roll 21, just uncovered wheat scent number 4, is the first 50s of the hunt, just in 1957 Denver. Just opened roll 24, which was the wheat scent ender. It is the 5th wheat scent of the box. Don't think anything else in the roll. Here we have our ender, which is 1945 from Philly. Roll 33, just uncovered another wheat scent. Only the 6th of the box, but we definitely have some more finds to make up for it. So it is just a damaged 1957 Denver. Just opened roll 37. We're going to have 2 wheat scents in this roll. So those are going to be number 7 and 8 for the box. Here's the first one right here. And that's going to be just a 58 from Denver. The other one I see right here. 8 wheat scents. Hopefully we can get to 10 by the end of the box. That's going to be a 1950 from Denver. First box has been hunted, and it was an amazing box. Only got 8 wheat cents, but we did get another find to make up for it. Plus, one of the wheat cents was a 1911 out of Philly. Very old wheat cent to find. Do already have for the album, but finding wheat cent that old, always hard to do. Super cool to find that. But the big find of the box, the 1984 Philly doubled ear penny. The most valuable find I've ever found coin roll hunting just by the individual coin. Super excited to find that. Probably a mint state 62, 63 red brown in my opinion, but either way, going to get it graded eventually. I will probably make a video when it comes back, but that probably won't be for a while. Anyways, super amazing find for now. My best ever find coin roll hunting was in this box. Absolutely amazing. So let's move on to box number 2. It can be as good as box 1, but hopefully we can get some decent finds regardless. First roll of the second box, only the second coin in. We're going to have the second Younghead Canadian of the hunt. You see it by the larger lettering there. This one is another 1964, another pretty cool find. Just opened the second roll. Last roll had a Younghead. This roll at the beginning is going to have the first wheat cent of the second box. This one's going to be 1941 out of Philly. Next roll, once again, and the first 3 rolls of this box have all produced a find, so definitely a great start. This one's going to have our second wheat cent for box 2, 1946 from Denver. Roll 11, the streak didn't last long, but we did get another wheat cent in this roll. Just uncovered it. It's the third wheat cent of the box. It's just the last year, 1958 Denver. Roll 14 is going to have a couple of finds. First, we're going to have a Younghead Canadian, third one of the hunt. Let's see if it'll be a 1964 like the others. It's a 1960, so a bit of an older one. That's pretty cool. And I do see a wheat cent near the end of the roll, so this is the fourth wheat cent for box 2. It's another 1946 Denver. Roll 21, just uncovered, wheat cent number 5 for the second box. This one is 1940 from Philly. Roll 27, we're going to have another older Canadian, this one being another Younghead. I think this is the third Younghead of this box and fourth of the hunt, so definitely a lot for one box. Did see the date already in 1961. It's a lot of Youngheads for one box. Roll 32, just uncovered another wheat cent, number 6 for the box. Hopefully we can get to double digits, that would be great. This one is in 1953 Denver. Couple rolls later, roll 34, uncovered another wheat cent, so now we're up to 7 for the box. This one is 1944 from Philly. Roll 40, uncovered another wheat cent, so now we're up to 8, which means we tied box number 1 for number of wheat cents. This one is 1954 Denver. Next roll, we're going to have another wheat cent, so now we're up to 9. Only need one more to get double digits, hoping we can do that in the last 9 rolls. Wheat cent number 9 is here. It's another 1957 Denver. Roll 48. We are going to reach 10 wheat cents for the second box. This one is very corroded and damaged. I did already look, and it is just another 1946 Denver, but we made it to double digits in box 2. Last roll of the hunt. We're actually going to make it to 11 wheat cents for second box, which is awesome. I did miss it by the edge. It is reverse facing, but it is 11th wheat cent for a second box. It's 1956 out of Philly. Both penny boxes have been hunted, so let's go over the finds. We ended up with 13 1959s, 16 S-mints, and 28 2009s. Foreigns, all of them were Canadian, and we ended up with 15 for the hunt, including 4 Youngheads, which is definitely great to see, quite a few. All from the 60s, but definitely cool finds to see. Now, for wheat cents, we ended up with 19 for the 2 boxes, falling short of 10 average per box, but we did get 8 out of box number 1 and 11 from the second box, which is pretty good overall. We did have one old one, which was a 1911, super old date, almost the best find of the hunt, second best find of the hunt. Do already have one for the album, but we'll see if it'll upgrade, and either way, finding wheat cent that early is super hard to find. Super cool find there. Now, for copper, did pretty average, which is good for me. Nearly filling the copper jar for 2 boxes. Usually what I do. Definitely will take that. Now, the final find, which of course, you know, Best find I've ever found coin roll hunting in terms of value, a 1984 double ear penny. I will put it under the scope one last time just to show what to look for again. Mainly looking for that extra ear below the ear. If you know what you're looking for, you know exactly what it is. Very obvious there. Also some doubling below the chin as well, but that's the main part you're looking for right there. And as I said earlier, I do estimate this to be probably a Mint State 62 red brown or so. No environmental damage on it really, which is great, especially for a zinc penny because those get environmentally damaged very easily. So we'll probably send this out to get graded at some point since I only spent a penny on it and it has about $100 of value in that condition. So definitely extremely excited to find that. Super happy to add that to the collection. So now I'm going to go through the finds. Not sure if we're going to have any album progress, but we'll see. And I'll bring you back with an update of the album after I've done that. Just finished updating the album, and as we knew, we didn't get any additions in this hunt, but I did end up upgrading 2, which I'll definitely take. First one was that 1911. The one we had in there was clean. This one is a little bit more worn, but it's not clean, so I'll take that upgrade for sure. And the other upgrade was, in the later memorial sense, I did decide to upgrade the 1991 Philly. Found a really nice, lustrous one in this hunt. Decided to upgrade that. The one we had was already nice. That one's just a little nicer. So 2 upgrades, I'll definitely take that. Even though we didn't have any additions. Had some great finds, including the 1984 double ear, which is my best ever coin roll hunting find just based on the value with about $100 of value to it. Super awesome find. We'll probably get it graded eventually. Probably make a video when it comes back, but I might not get it graded for a couple years. But still super happy to find that. Plus, we had a good amount of wheat cents. Super fun hunt. Got my best ever find. Super happy about that. And I'll see you in the next episode of the Penny Hunt and Fill series.